All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're up here, Jimmy Britt, and we're gonna make a video today that I think is important because we're hearing a lot of this stuff, or I have been hearing a lot of people talking about payload, about tow capacity and camping. And I got to set a record straight for you guys on these trucks because you don't understand it. Many people don't, and it's okay that you don't understand it because the RV guys, things like that, they don't tell it to you. But I'm gonna tell it to you right now straight, and then I'll explain it. Towing capacity means nothing. Tow capacity doesn't mean anything when it comes to what size camper you can pull. And I'm not talking about my opinions on what you should or shouldn't pull. I mean legally. Okay, there's something there. Let me put it into perspective for you. So if we come around, I got a couple of examples here that I put on here. So whether you got a 1500, maybe you got a power wagon like mine, maybe you got a 2500, and 2500s are the ones I see make this mistake all the time. 1500s too, but I see 2500s make it constantly. People think that a 2500, because it's got, say it's got 17,000, 18,000, 19,000 pounds of towing capacity, that it can pull anything there is. But yet, you get this truck right here, limited right here, okay? You get a limited, it's probably got gooseneck hitch in it, right? Gooseneck, yeah, fifth wheel prep package in there, the whole deal, Cummins, yeah, so this is it right here. You buy this, and you're like, okay, I got 20,000 pound tow capacity with this thing, I am good to go. There are trailers out there that are 7,000 pounds that you cannot legally tow with this. What? That's what this video is about. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to let you understand this. Hang on, we got to wipe your lens off here a little bit. There. Okay. But yeah, so tow capacity is not really that relevant. Your biggest problem is payload capacity. Why would payload be so important for towing a camper? Problem with payload is tongue weight. Tongue weight. You have to have, when you're towing your camper, you're going to be looking between 10 and 15% tongue weight. Now, when you're setting up a trailer full of bricks and a trailer for a load of rock, you can control where that load is on that trailer and those axles and set that up and make your tongue weight wherever that 10 to 15% you want is. On a camper, you cannot do that. Okay, campers have the hitch weight, as they call it. Hitch weight that's listed on them is the actual specified weight of the hitch weight. Hitch weight is payload. That trailer is going to sit on your hitch, or it is going to sit with the fifth wheel set up in the back of your bed, and that number of whatever weight that is comes off of your payload. And I will show you examples of this, but I wrote 3 down to put it into perspective. Then I'm gonna take you home and we're gonna put you in the computer and I'm gonna show you real world examples. Why do I know this? Because I went through it myself. Okay, I've held a lot of campers and been down this game, and I know it and understand it. And yet, I promise you, once you learn this, you'll see these things going down the road and you're gonna be like, he's illegal, he's illegal, he's illegal. Why does it matter? If you're illegal and you're pulling a trailer that is not rated for your vehicle, which comes in the form of 2 ways. Trailer weight for what you can tow, payload for what you can carry. Those are 2 issues that you cannot legally get away from. Okay, you can put helper springs on, doesn't matter. It's certified rate on the sticker in the door jamb is the number that they will use by attorneys, and I don't care what you do to your truck to make it tow more or pull more, legally is legally. So you keep that into consideration. But so let's put it in perspective. 10,000 pounds. If you have a 10,000 pound tow rating with a 1,500 pound payload, okay, that's basically my power wagon, and that's a heck of a lot of 1500s. Okay, that's my power wagon. 2500 is that exact number, but a lot of your 1500s are going to fall into that category as well too. They're like, well, I can tow 10,000 pounds. I can tow 10,000 pounds. I'm going to buy a 7,500 pound trailer. Well, let me put you into perspective. If you can tow 10,000 pounds and have a 1,500 pound payload, that means that at 10% trailer tongue weight, that's already 1,000 pounds is trailer tongue weight. And that's only at 10%. Many people want it to be 15, and it depends on how things are, but if you're at 15%, you're at 1,500 pounds. If you got a 15% tow weight or tongue weight on there, you're already maxed out. You can't even get in the car. If you get in or your wife gets in, you're over capacity. Throw a dog in there, you're over the limit. See what I'm getting at? So that's the stuff we got to take into mind. You're going to often, especially with campers, especially with front kitchen, forward kitchen campers, especially, things of that nature, you are going to run out of payload before you run out of towing capacity. The RV dealer will not tell you that. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that you're legal or not. He's just going, you know what? Yeah, you got this can tow 10,000. This trailer weighs 7,000. You're good to go. That's all he's doing. You're not good to go. Now, what if it's a truck? Maybe you got a Ford F-150. A Ford F-150, 14,000 pounds for an F-150. Who in the hell would ever think of towing 14,000 pounds with an F-150? And if you did, you bumped your head. But they will let you do it. So 14,000 pounds, and the best payload you can get is 2,400 pounds. That puts you at a 1,400 pound tongue weight. There's a lot of campers that are well over 1,400 pound tongue weight. You're not going to get away with it, okay? And that's at 10%. If you go to 15%, puts you at 2,100 pounds of your 2,400 pound payload if you're towing that. So again, the payload and the towing the tow capacity have to work in conjunction. What if you're 20,000 pounds? This truck right here, okay, here we have a brand new Laramie, or limited. This is a limited Cummins 2,500 right here. And we got the whole deal. This is it, fifth wheel prep, the whole setup, 2,500 Cummins diesel. Technically, this is basically, we're round about it, but we're gonna say it's 20,000 pound tow capacity on that truck. And let's say that it's a 2,700 pound payload on that truck. Okay, you get higher payload with the gas than you do with the diesel. But let's say it's 20,000 pound towing, 2,700 pound payload. That puts you at 10%. You are at 2,000 of your 2,700 pound payload is in that trailer tongue weight at 10%. At 15%, you're at 2,500. That's going to leave you enough room to put one person in it. See what I'm getting at here? So you have to understand the reality of this. Because if you get in an accident towing a trailer that might be only a 10,000 pound trailer here, but if that tongue weight exceeds that payload capacity with what you have in there, you got a 10,000 or you got a 8,000 pound trailer, 20,000 pound tow capacity, you're going to pull an 8,000 pound trailer that's got a 3,500 pound tongue weight, because it's a forward kitchen and all that stuff, you are illegal. And you get in an accident or something happens, you are liable, okay? So even though you're not even pulling half what the truck needs to pull, you're already over tongue weight. You are already over payload capacity of the truck. So you got to take this stuff into consideration. Let's go back home. We're going to jump in the computer and I'm going to show you some of these campers and what I'm talking about, put it into perspective for you. So be right back. All right, let's take a quick second, mention our sponsor of this video here, LastFit. They build some of the most amazing products. We use their stuff on everything. Every truck I own and have owned recently has been all set up with LastFit stuff. We're going to take a look at it real quick and show you some of their offerings. All right, let's take a look at their portable units. These things are incredible. They have 3 different sizes of these things and they're battery powered. Take them anywhere. They get the job done. They work awesome. They'll fill 4 35-inch tires very easily all on one charge. This thing is incredible. Love them. Handy to have around the house. Quick and easy to grab for any of your jobs. Filling trailer tires, basketballs, car tires, you name it. It's just right there. And then they got the Big Dog. The Big Dog double cylinder, twin cylinder generator right here, or compressor right here. Look at this thing scream. Look at how fast this system goes. And you can use it to fill one tire for anything you need like that, but you also have the 4-way connector like this. It's a 4-way inflator and deflator system. It's one of the best I've ever seen with only 2 simple hoses. Got that compared with it. It deflates your tires quick and easy for you, and it also fills them super fast. It'll fill 4 of these 35-inch tires from 19 pounds all the way up to 48 pounds, and it'll do it in 7 minutes, all 4 at one time. LastFit crushes it when it comes to compressor systems. They crush it with every product they have. I have so much of their stuff and I love everything, but this compressor system here, incredible. Check them out, LastFit. All right, so let's take a look here and dive in and see what we're talking about here. We're on Keystone. Okay, I like Keystone travel trailers, but we're going to go here. We're going to click on travel trailer. We're going to see all their different models they have in here. Okay, so I mean, if you pick a standard one and you're cautious with it and the way it's designed, like let's take a look at like this Bullet Crossfire travel trailer, great travel trailer. Okay, you can come over here and click on specs. Just going to list them all here for you. Here's all your specs. Okay, here they are. This is the actual unit, the sizes, the details, and everything. But first, importantly, look here. See this where it says hitch? This is actually the hitch. This is the amount of this dry camper, empty, dry, that it is going to be on your payload number. This is going to come off your payload. This one, 605 pounds. This one, 690 pounds, 720 pounds. Not bad. Very, very doable. Okay, these are very functional and very doable, and that is not a bad thing, but you got to remember that that is your amount. Okay, if I were to pull one of these with my Power Wagon, where I might have 10,000 pound towing capacity, and we're only looking at a 6,600 pound trailer, but I'm going to give up 720 pounds of payload, that's a pretty big deal. It's almost half my payload on there. So something you got to consider. But these I picked on purpose because these are very easy to do. Now, if we go back to here, pick travel trailers again, even if we go to like an old stick and tin, you know, this kind right here, like the Coleman's make great ones. We click on this. Let's look at that hitch pin weight again. Look at here, we're getting up to 1,300 pounds on this 32 foot long one, you know, bunkhouse, can't remember what these stand for, bunkhouse S, I don't remember what the details are. I know some are like rear bunkhouse, I can't remember the setups of these anymore, it's been a while, but here, you're 1,300 pound payload. You're only at 7,600 pounds for the trailer, so you can tow it, but you're 1,300 pounds of payload right off the bat coming off that hitch. Okay, so you got to understand now, what if it gets crazy? That's it gets crazy. What if you start looking at one of these toy haulers? Okay, you know, oh, I want to be able to take my four-wheelers and stuff with me. Okay, well, let's take one. Here's a simple one. Laminated toy hauler. Here we go. Let's see. Here they are. They're showing a fifth wheel, but here it is a bumper tow. Okay, these are bumper tow models. Regular tow hitch right here like that for you. You're seeing bumper tows. And what are we seeing for hitch weight? 20, or actually this here is, but 1,325 pounds. Okay, these are getting up there pretty good. What if we go over here to one that's not cutting that out? Let's go look here. Let's go to travel trailers. And let's go to toy haulers. Let's go to this, carbons right here. Carbon laminated. I love carbons. They make a great one. Let's click here. Okay, yeah, so these are mostly bumper tow on here, right? Where's our bumper tow? I'm assuming these all are. They're showing it that way. I'm not assuming these are fifth wheel, but again, I can't tell without looking. But here, look at these. 2,380 pounds of actual, 2,380 pounds of hitch weight. 2,800 pounds of hitch weight. 2,800 again, 3,300 pounds. Okay, if you think you're pulling any one of these with a full size, or realistically, if you think you're pulling any one of these with an HD truck, you bumped your head. Now look it. Okay, again, we talk about that Cummins diesel. This is an 11,000 pound trailer. You can tow 20,000 pounds. You should have no problem, right? No. Here's the problem. You've already maxed out your tongue weight. You can't do it. And it goes here. Here, we can go over here and look at Montana fifth wheels. Okay, you guys heard me say that we were going to buy a Ford F450. Okay, we were going to buy a Ford F450. It was one of the things we were looking at because of these when we were going to, you know, do this before we bought our house down here. This is why. Okay, we look at these full Montana fifth wheels, beautiful vehicles. We're looking at them. Look at the hitch weight of these. Even their smallest one is coming in at 2,580. No, here's a 24. Okay, but we got them coming in at 2,800 pounds, 2,800 pounds, 2,800 pounds, 2,900 pounds. We got some serious weight on these things, and that is hitch weight. Okay, that is considered coming off of your payload. So if you think any one of these vehicles is what you're looking for, any kind of fifth wheel like this, you better be thinking a minimum of a 3,500 F350 at minimum. Don't think for a second that your F250 or 2,500 is going to pull this off very well for you. It's just not an option. So that's what I'm getting at. You got to understand and look at that 20,000 pound Cummins. Okay, could handle any one of these by weight. Okay, could do that. Not a problem. Heck, there's F-150s that could even possibly pull some of the, like an F-150 on paper, a dealer, RV dealer will say, yeah, your F-150 can pull this. Look, you're right here. You're fine. You're good. Look, you can pull 14,000 pounds. These are under that. You're not. You're already blown way over on your hitch weight. It is not an option. So you got to take that stuff. Like it says, not even an option for a Cummins diesel. to pull these, even though they're 8,000 pounds under capacity. You cannot do it. So hopefully that puts it into perspective for you on how to check that before you go making mistakes. So questions, comments, anything you got, put them below. Thanks for watching.